that will be in line today, coming out right now.
We got company.
With the belt, yeah, we got trouble, all right. Here comes the spellbinder Elijah carrying that belt. Yes, I know.
You see, lads, I'm sitting in the back watching the monitors, and I'm looking at that little idiot, too sexy Brian Christopher. See, it just goes to show you how rude and redneckish these people are. But anyway, I'm listening to that little punk Brian Christopher talk about how great a wrestler he is, and what a great specimen he is, and how fantastic he is. Well, let me tell you something, Brian. How can you be great? How can you be one of the greatest wrestlers around when I'm holding out to your belt? When I've been beating you from Louisville to Kentucky all the way to Little Rock, Arkansas? Who do you think you are trying to make these people believe that you're the best? I'm the best. And I'm going to tell you what, at 1:30 today, at the big one, today at 1:30, this is going to be your last title shot from Elijah, the Spellbinder. Do you understand me? Because after this, you're not going to get any more title shots.
Well, he said two very important things. One says the title shot. Uh-oh, here it comes. The challenger, the former champion. Now, don't get into it.
No.
Don't get into it.
What, do you want some of me?
Hey, come on, Brian.
Here I am.
All right.
Here I am.
Hey.
You gotta do no more
Can
talking.
you guys wait till 1:30?
Here I am.
You know, that's good.
Where you going, huh?
Oh, you'll get your shot at him 1:30 this afternoon, friend.
That's right. At 1:30 right over there.
Right.
At the big one, all you gotta do is get off 240. I'll be there. You ain't gotta stand here and run your mouth. That's right. You want some of me? Here I am. And I'll tell you what. At the big one, Lance, I want everybody, and I mean everybody, in the whole city of Memphis to come on down. Come on down if you want to see somebody get their tail kicked. And it ain't gonna be me, Spellbinder. I'm taking back that belt today at 1:30 at the big one. So get ready, friend, because you're walking out there a loser.
He's awful proud of jerking that title away from you, Brian. Whoa, that's going to be some kind of a scrap. What do you say we go right now and get the out-of-town information? Tony Friedman. Tony.
USWA on tour, and it all kicks off just inside of 2 hours now at the Big One Expo Center right here in Memphis town. We've got a lot of other action coming up on tour, kicking off this Wednesday night. West Helena, Arkansas, the Lady Luck Casino, right there at the Pavilion. We will be there at 7:30 p.m. at the Lady Luck Casino this Wednesday night. Thursday night, we're going to be in Jackson, Tennessee at the Northside High School. Bell time is 7:30 in Jackson. All the top stars of the USWA going to be in Jackson Friday night, Thursday night, April the 3rd, 7:30 p.m. Then moving right along Friday night, we are going to be in Paragould, Arkansas at the B.C. Lloyd Entertainment Building. Jerry the King Lawler, Too Sexy, Brian Christopher, Baracus, all the top stars of the USWA, all signed for Paragould, Arkansas, Friday night, April the 4th, 7:30 p.m. Moving right along, we are going to be in Wynne, Arkansas, Friday night, April the 4th, 7:30 p.m. at the National Guard Armory. Take a look at the stars on this one. The Truth Commission, Bill Dundee, Billy Travis, Coco Beware, and a whole lot more. Wynne, Arkansas, Friday night, April the 4th. Blytheville, Arkansas, Friday, April the 11th, 7:30 p.m. at the National Guard Armory. More on that next week. Then, Friday night, April 11th, 7:30 p.m., our first ever event at Casino Astar in Caruthersville, Missouri. Jerry the King Lawler, the Bad Guy Razor Ramon, Baracus, Brian Christopher, all signed for Caruthersville, Missouri. Friday night, April 11th, 7:30 p.m. It's the USWA on tour. Make sure you catch it when it comes live in your area. Right now, back to Lance Russell.
Okay, I'm not going to be here very long, Dutch. We're going to take a break and be back with more of it.
I need to talk to you on this break.
Yeah, okay.
I got to bring something up to you because something's bothering me.
We will talk.
Okay, let's get to the point. Your local Ford dealer is the best place to find the leaders in sales and service. Why? Top performers, incredible selection, affordable prices. Now, here's the deal. $1,500 cash back on Ford Mustang. $750 cash back on Ford Contour. You can afford that. $1,500 cash back on Ford Mustang. $750 cash back on Ford Contour. Simple, sweet, and to the point. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Hi, Dave Brown here with Joan Golden. Ms. Golden, I understand you had a new roof and some other remodeling done by Mid-South Builders.
I sure did, and I was so pleased, and I wouldn't trust my home with any other company.
What about financing?
Financing was great. No money down. Payments that you could afford. They paid off some of my bills, and the work was just great. I loved it. I wouldn't trust any other company but Mid-South Builders.
For quality workmanship and the best financing, call Mid-South Builders 366-7282. Check their reputation with any agency.
Why buy a Watson's pool this time of year? Because prices will never be lower, and Watson's will install your pool for only $99. So if you're thinking of buying a round, oval, or deck pool, come on in and see. 24-foot Camille, only $12.99 complete. Other pool packages as low as $10.99. 6 months, same as cash.
Watson's also has closeout specials on spas and hot tubs.
Guaranteed lowest prices on slate pool tables.
Hot specials on tanning beds, that's Watson's.
Sport utility shoppers. The Isuzu Great Escape is underway with $1,500 cash back on Isuzu Rodeo.
Keeps going and going and going.
Escape high monthly payments and drive an Isuzu Rodeo for just $199 a month. Repeat, escape payment just $199 a month.
And they're very reliable, and I like the new model.
Isuzu Hombre pickups. You pay just $129 a month. It's the Great Escape event going on now at your Isuzu dealers.
Sister and I do everything together. We even share a car, a Chevy Camaro. We picked it out, but our dad tells everyone that he did. He likes the Camaro's airbags, one for each of us. He also likes the no lockup brakes and the low price. Dad's always trying to borrow our Camaro. And when we go out with friends, we always take our car. Everyone thinks it's cool. We wouldn't drive anything else.
Experience the Chevy Camaro, only at your Mid-South Chevy dealers.
USWA Wrestling is brought to you in part by Bill Blake Insurance, now with a new location at Getwell and Rhodes.
Remember that.
Hey,
we're on.
We gotta.
I just want you to remember what I said.
I'll remember that.
Okay.
Listen, one thing I want to get clear here in your mind so that you don't get there a little bit early. Well, that's okay. You could go early and be. Lady Luck Casino is going to be on the 9th. That's Wednesday the 9th. Dutch, so don't be showing up too early.
Tony Freeman made a mistake there. It's the 9th, not the 3rd or whatever he said. He needs to quit that drinking if you ask me.
Oh, Dutch, don't start that.
Well, I just
remember,
thought I'd throw it in there.
Lady Luck is Wednesday the 9th, and we'll be looking forward to you that. Hey, let me tell you one of the things that happened out at the big one, and this was a son of a gun, where Bruno got in there. You remember the situation with Queenie. We've got a little footage here.
Let's see this.
When Bruno took on Queenie after all of King Reginald's conversation and all of her lip. There she is. Queenie taking Bruno over, Dutch.
She's just dying to beat a man up.
She
looks
is.
like she's doing pretty good with Bruno.
Well, look at here. I mean, flipped her right over.
He got her. He got her.
Got her 1, 2, 3. And that constitutes a win. Whoa, you made a mistake. You got caught by downtown Bruno. He got the 1, 2, 3, and that is the way that tune goes. I don't.
Let me tell you something, man. Every time.
You will.
Hey, don't make me hot. I'm already hot, man. Let me tell you something. Every single time this lady have a match, they want to show it on TV, man. Every single time. What's up with this,
The
man?
people are interested. That's what's up with it. That doesn't take too much
I
figure.
don't care nothing about these low buddies. I wouldn't even care they even need watch TV. I don't. But let me tell you something. Bruno had one match. He win one match, and look what they do. Look what he try to do. Man, I'm so sick and
Hey, you're the one that wanted to get in the ring with him.
Here, Lance, your only job is to hold that mic for me. So you stand there and hold it. You know, he cheated and everybody saw him cheat. I was winning. I was beating him fair and square. And if he hadn't cheated, he'd have never won that match.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm sick and tired of this. I walk up and down Hollywood. I go by my partner store, man. That's all out here. Bruno this, Bruno that, this and that. Man, I am sick and tired of downtown Bruno. You know what, baby? Let me tell you something. Get that away from me.
What do you mean, get it away from you? You come on here on this television. You got something to say, say it. Keep it clean, right, Dutch?
Look, the thing that I want to say, I can't say I'm going to say. You low budgets better sit down and shut up.
You guys got a match coming up, and it's going to be at the big one in not very long from now. 1:30 is the time. Here comes Bruno. All right, now, keep your hey. Keep your hands off of him.
You know what? It's like this, Reggie. I've been around for a long, long time, it's true, but not as a wrestler. I've never claimed to be a wrestler. I was a manager for years. Now I'm a referee, and a real good one. You know what? You put yourself in a position where I had to get in the ring with you, and you know what? I beat you because I know a lot.
Right.
But you know what? That's it. That's the end of it. Reggie, I think you got some sort of delusions of adequacy or something because, man, I think you need psychiatric help. You think you're a king. You're nothing but a goof from South Memphis, and I got nothing to say to you, man.
Yeah, well, downtown Bruno. Oh, yeah, wait. Come on, Reggie, let loose of him. Will you quit that stuff? Keep your hands off of him now. Reggie, let go of him. Now, you're a great pair. Dutch, what about this? Out here doing and choking Bruno.
Hey, that's his deal, man.
Bruno came out here and all he said was, I'm through with it. Stop trying to pick on. I'm not a wrestler and I don't want it. Oh, man, that's great. Here comes the king out here right now. Boy, am I glad you got out here. Bad enough for that Queenie to be out here jumping on somebody, but big Reggie B. Fine, King Reginald jumps on him, starts holding him and then choking him and then nails him with one. Yeah, they were looking for it.
Look, Bruno, first of all, everybody doesn't get to see what goes on in the back there now. I mean, you know, we got monitors back there by our locker rooms, and we can see what's going on out here. Now, Bruno, we're standing back there. We're watching them run their mouth. What did I say? Well, first thing I said, of course, if you remember, I looked at that Queenie and I said, man, she's so ugly. I bet when she looks in her mirror, her reflection throws up. But what did I say after that? When you started, I said, Bruno, don't go out there. Bruno says, no, I'm going to go out there. Did I tell you not to go out there?
Yes, you told me not to go out there.
And see what happened when you come out here?
Yeah.
All right, Bruno, listen. That's one thing you don't do. You don't walk into the Lion's Den. You know what I'm talking about? Now listen, 1:30 this afternoon, we got matches out the big one anyway.
Right.
You're going to be there. I'm going to be there. How about this for an idea? And I don't even know if we need to get the commissioner out here or what. Reggie's running his mouth. He needs to be picking on somebody his own size. He likes to, now he's going to start shooting his mouth up about what he can do to Bruno. He didn't get too much done when he was messing with the king, did he?
You got it.
You didn't get too much done messing with me, Reggie. So why don't we just do this? Why don't we have ourselves a little match out there this morning or this afternoon? Because I got a little unfinished business with Reggie myself. Because you see, I'm sick and tired of him running all over Memphis, acting like a king, wearing that cape, wearing that phony crown of yours. So, Bruno, take that referee shirt off this afternoon. You get in the ring with me as your partner, me and you, and we'll see about. Oh, look at this! All right. We'll get in the ring this afternoon. Queenie and Reggie, if they got the guts. Queenie and Reggie, me and Bruno, and we'll see then if you can back up all of this big talk today. What about that?
That sounds fair enough to me. By golly, I'll tell you it does. With the king and downtown Bruno with Reggie. Hey, I like that match. I'll say let's do it. I don't know what Reggie's going to say, but we'll be looking for it out at the big one this afternoon.
See if we can get an answer from him. That's our challenge. You know, we're talking about WWF challenges. That's our challenge to Reggie and Queenie. Take her off her leash, Reggie. Bring her on out there. And listen, because she might get hurt, you better bring her veterinarian along too, because it's going to be tough, I promise you. See what they say.
Okay, we'll find out what the answer is and be back with you in a little bit.
Now you can buy a nice car too. Credit problems? No problem. Come to Schaefer Motors at 3360 Elvis Presley Boulevard. If you have slow, weak, bad credit, no credit, bankrupt, we can help. We have late model cars at prices you can't afford. 0 down with the trade-in. If you've ever been denied credit at any other area dealers, we can help. Down payments as low as $7.99 and approval in 1 hour. Come by 3360 Elvis Presley between Winchester and Brooks Road for a fine pre-owned car.
Dennis Hall's Auto Salvage, home of 1,000,000 parts. Call or come by 3100 Gill Road and see Dennis Hall's large inventory of both domestic and foreign parts. Bumper-to-bumper body parts, used and rebuilt engines and transmissions. They also specialize in both new and used glass replacement for all makes and models of cars and trucks. For steering column and theft repair, Dennis Hall's guarantees the lowest prices in Memphis.
Hi, I'm Dennis Hall. For the best prices in town, come on down.
99 cents for 5 nuggets.
99 cents.
Did you know Wendy's 5-piece chicken nuggets are just 99 cents every day?
Excuse me?
This price is every day?
That's right.
Dave is proud to present 5 crispy chicken nuggets for 99 cents every day.
99 cents is not going to change?
This is not like for a week.
I don't know what to say.
That's a good nugget.
What a bargain. Good deal.
That's white meat. 5 nuggets for 99 cents.
Never seen a chicken deal that good.
It's quite possibly the best deal in chicken.
It's worth crossing the road for.
Well, if I had money to tell you what to do, I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two. I'm crazy about a Ford truck.
And you'll be crazy about Ford Ranger, America's most popular compact pickup. Choose any Ranger and get $1,000 cash back or low 2.9% financing. That's $1,000 cash back or low 2.9% financing on the versatile Ford Ranger with the highest quality of any domestic compact pickup. Hurry in for $1,000 cash back or 2.9% financing on Ford Ranger, only at your local Ford dealer.
Yeah.
All right, here we are.
We are, in fact, Dutchman. We've got Joe Bobby Bolton out here. Bobby.
Well, hello! It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, isn't it? And the best part about it is Mike Samples. I got you in a return match. And not just any match, Mike Samples. This is a return stretcher match. After what you pulled off last week, we've got Elliot Pollock, the commissioner, is going to be the second referee at ringside. Nobody else can be involved, Mike. It's me and you, face to face. Eyeball to eyeball. And with all these people behind me, I'm going to do you in this afternoon. Yeah, it's time for revenge, baby.
Bobby Bolton, referring to a match where, hey, Mike Samples. I want to tell you. You got no guts. Come on, jump a guy like that.
You know, that really doesn't surprise me. That really doesn't surprise me because Mike Samples, to get me down, you've always got to hit me from behind. Why don't you be a man for once in your life and face me face to face? Put on your wrestling boots, walk out the door, get in the ring, step up to me nose to nose. Take me on man to man. Because that's what I'm going to do this afternoon in this stretcher match. And I want all these people there. You are finished, Samples. This is the end of the line.
Okay, Bobby Bolton. Whoa. It is time for us to go to the ring. And Tony Friedman.
We are set to go with more action. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing already in the ring from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing 230 pounds, here is Larry Valentine. His opponent, soon to be making his way to the ring area, from Hollywood, California, here he is, the movie star himself, Mike Samples. One fall, 10 minutes in time.
Boy, I'll tell you, flash a microphone, and there's Mike Samples. He wants to get that word.
Whoa, listen to these people cheer for Mike Samples. What a day we're having. Listen to these fans. They are going wild, and no wonder I'm the hottest commodity in wrestling. I tell you, I love you too, fans. I really do. Watch me go up and take care of this punk right here like I am able to.
That's why we showed up, Mike. Let's go to the ring now. We're ready for action as Mike Samples steps over the rope into the ring. Referee calls for the bell, and Dutch, we have another one underway.
Well, one thing you say about Mike Samples, he's never at a loss for words. And that's what you got to be, I guess. When you got to be a wrestler, you got to think you're the greatest thing in the world. And, you know, you got Brian Crystal think he's the greatest thing. Mike Samples thinks he's the greatest thing. Bobby Bolton thinks he's the... Of course, I think I'm the greatest thing, too, Lance. You think you're the greatest thing.
But Mike Samples and Bobby Bolton have been going at it a while. I think they're going to continue this. I think one man's going to end up getting seriously injured.
Well, that could very well happen.
As long as it's not me, that's fine.
It started in Louisville, Kentucky, and it just went in. These guys really got some bad news feelings about each other. Mike Samples now ripping with the right hand. It looked like we can't really see with the back of Larry Valentine. I don't know, Larry. Didn't know Stephen Boss, who was in our first match of the day against Brian Christopher.
See, that's because you've been gone, Lance. If you'd been hanging around here doing your job, everything would be fine. Then you would know who these guys are. But no, you're laying on the beach in Florida, drinking pina coladas or whatever you're doing. I'm here slaving like a dog.
Yeah, right. Up in the air, and there's the big flip. The monkey flip takes Mike Samples out into the middle of the ring. Larry Valentine.
What I think Samples, sometimes he underestimates some of these guys. He makes too many mistakes. But I think with the situation with Bobby Bolton, if he makes too many mistakes, he's going to find himself on the losing end.
Well, you got that right, the way Bolton feels about him. And big hip toss, and Samples is down. Sometimes Samples, the movie star, gets hot dogging so much he can't bother to wrestle.
You see what Valentine did then? He looked for the crowd for support. You don't look for the crowd for support when you're in a match, especially with Mike Samples or with anybody with any experience, because they're going to take advantage of it. Mike Samples did just that.
He did. Hammered him into the ropes, grabs him in a chokehold. Referee Downtown Bruno trying to break it up as he counts on him. Valentine takes a right to the midsection and back to the throat again.
Samples, he needs to keep pouring it on if he's going to take care of this Valentine kid, because this Valentine kid, I think he underestimated him. And with just a little bit of luck, this could be maybe one of the upsets of the year.
Boy, it would be an upset of the year, I can tell you for a fact. Valentine out of nowhere, as I said, you're not familiar with his background. He is in there with Mike Samples, but right now, Samples, after getting off to a slow start, has taken over, has the impetus going with him, and he has got him down twisting on that head.
Well, he's got him down right now. The fact has to remain, though, can he keep him down? Because I think if he lets this Valentine kid up, the kid might get up and make some kind of a statement on Mike Samples. Like tattooing that nose of his. He's got a big mouth. Samples got a big mouth. He's not a dumb guy. He's an intelligent man.
That's right.
But, he just talks so much, sometimes you got to wonder what is fact and what is fiction. Now, about him being a movie star, I don't believe that for 1 minute.
He'll tell you about it. Out of the corner.
You see, he let him up. He let him up.
Valentine follows the backdrop.
Now, Valentine.
With a drop kick into the ropes.
Now, Valentine, he needs to see if he can finish it. Oh.
Not that way. Clothesline him 1, 2, 3. That's all, Dutch.
And he got him on that one. He surprised him on that one. It's a big win for Mike Samples here on USWA Championship Wrestling. But let's see if he can keep this winning streak going, because he's got some guys, Bobby Bolton namely, hot on his trail.
He showed them. Came back from it and did it. We'll be back in just a moment.
This is a pig. This is a newspaper. On Wednesdays, this paper is delivered to your house with this pig inside showing all these great prices. And if you don't subscribe to the paper, then just look for the pig in your mailbox or in your yard. Because if you don't get this paper, you do get this one. And then you can get all these pig paper prices. Any questions?
I've been in Memphis a long time. Bill Blake Insurance has too. If you have never checked out the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance, then you're missing a Memphis tradition. Respect, service, and good value is part of doing business at Bill Blake Insurance.
I've been doing business with Bill Blake Insurance for years. He's always there when you need him, and you only have to make one payment per month.
I sing the blues all over the world, but I always come home and I always see the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance. At Bill Blake Insurance, he's from Memphis.
Covington Pike Chrysler Plymouth has 97 minivans on sale from $16,995.
Bet it only seats 5.
Seats 7, $16,995. Bet it doesn't have air or stereo. With air and AM/FM stereo, $16,995. Bet it's just got 3 on the floor. With automatic, $16,995. Bet it doesn't even have an engine.
Covington Pike, Chrysler, Plymouth on Covington Pike, Memphis.
Is it home improvement time at your place? If so, let Carlo Construction add real value to your home with a beautiful new sunroom, or a comfortable screened-in porch, or maybe a practical patio cover. Don't pay department store prices for the same quality materials. Call this number now for a free, no-obligation home improvement estimate. And with 100% bank rate financing and no money down, now's the time to call Carlo Construction. At Carlo, we're improving Memphis, one home at a time.
Plenty of action still to come, and we'll be going up to the ring and Tony Friedman for the next match in just a moment. Big crowd on hand today, and we hope maybe that one of these days you're going to take time to write in for the tickets, and we'd look forward to having you come. Tickets free. Just be sure you get in there and follow it. We'll get to that hopefully before the day is over with. And here comes the Truth Commission. Boy, what a fine big group of soldiers they are. The Commandant of the Truth Commission, looking very satisfied with himself.
And in fact, Lance, yes, we are very satisfied in the short time that we have been here. It was only a few short weeks ago, in fact, when I came in and told the fans that they could expect to see a new dominating force in USA Wrestling today. And here we are, the new tag team title holders. We have proved that we are the superior dominating force in wrestling today. We intend to take these belts back to Africa with us, and in fact the fans today will be treated to video footage of that glorious victory when we took that tag team title.
Yeah, well, we do have a videotape now. That's what you want to see? We've got a videotape. So with your permission, we'll go ahead and show our videotape right now. Here it is. This is a tape. Gee, they got the wrong tape there, Commandant. This is Tank in there with Jerry the King Lawler wrestling for the unified title. Yeah, it had been taken away from Lawler, and Lawler going back after that unified title.
This is ridiculous. This is not what was promised. We were promised that we would be showing our glorious victory when we took the tag team title. What is this?
I'll tell you what that is. That's Jerry Lawler taking the belt back from Tank right there. Hey, we didn't have the tag team tape.
That is enough. That is enough. You people continuously lie to us. You do not deliver what you promise. That is typical of what we have received in all the time we have been here. That is enough. Men, confrontation! We will march out of here immediately.
Good, fine. You know what you deliver when you deliver. Instead of being 2 guys in a tag team match, there's 4 of you always out there. They're always complaining. And have you ever seen when there's not 4 of them hanging around?
No, I never have.
Brother, and I'll tell you one thing, you never know when they're going to come bouncing right in there on top of you either, and it's happened more than one time, and the Commandant adding his nickels worth in there. Stephen Dunn. Stephen, good to have you.
How you doing?
Well, I know that you were interested in seeing them get mad when the wrong tape came up.
Hey, Lance, I know this isn't my interview time, but I got something to say. You know something, this Truth Commission, it seems like anytime the real truth is told, they seem to take a powder and run right out of the studio. Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. I don't think that was the wrong tape. I think that was the right tape. Because let me tell you something. Everybody knows, Commandant, you guys stole the unified title. You guys stole the tag team titles. Well, you lost the unified title. And that's just what the king needed to do, was take that thing back and hit you where you live, right in the pocketbook. Now, as far as the tag team titles are concerned, I don't care anything about them. Because what I do care about is what happened right there in the back of this studio a few weeks back. Because every day I wake up, I've got to look at my face in the mirror, and I still see the scars, and I'll probably be seeing them for the rest of my life.
Just let me add this right here for the folks that don't know, Stephen. You were in the back minding your own business when all of a sudden the Truth Commission in the locker rooms back there jumped you and all of them beat you up.
Well, that's kind of how they work. That's how they operate. I guess I'll say that word. That's how they operate. They don't like a fair fight. They like 4-on-1 or 4-on-2, but they don't like the odds even. Well, let me tell you something, Commandant. I've got something to prove to myself and all these fans. I made them a promise. I was going to run you guys right out of the USWA. So if any one of your guys, I don't care if it's the Giant, I don't care if it's Recon, I don't care if it's Tank, you send any one of them out here right now, and I'll do just what I promised. I'll take care of business one at a time.
He's not calling it. Well, there's Tank. Hey, Stephen, that's exactly what happened. He made the challenge, Dutch, and there comes Tank.
He made the challenge. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. All of them are on him.
That's it. Ring the bell for crying out loud after they beat the guy up outside the ring here, Dutch.
Wait a minute. It looks like Interrogator Recon are guarding that door over there, trying to keep somebody from coming out, obviously. Here comes Travis. Who else is that over there? I can't see that block.
I believe. Travis and Flannigan, yeah.
Well, they come out through the door. Interrogator and Recon are really doing a number on the former tag team champs here. Flash Flannigan and Billy Travis, while Stephen Dunn takes a beating at the hands of Tank. There's the Commandant.
Look at the Commandant. Right there. Dutch, sit here. Don't go up there. Hey, I know what you want to do, but no, that's not our job. Stay right here.
We need to get some help out here.
I'll agree with that. We need some help.
If interfere in any match out here, then I'm suspended. I got to sit here and I got to watch this. The fans on their feet here. Stephen Dunn needs some help.
Stephen is being pounded by Tank. Dutch, forget it. Don't even think about it. Just stay right there. Stephen Dunn being pounded by Tank and
Flash Flannigan and Billy Travis, to their credit, tried to come out. They were ambushed. By Recon and Interrogator. Wait a minute. Here comes Brian Crystal with a big pole, it looks like.
Boy, they say get a bigger stick, and he's got one. As he ran the Truth Commission out of here, but not before Stephen Dunn was hammered all over. Billy Travis and Flash Flannigan, who came to help out, they got jumped just as they walked through the entrance, and sitting with a situation where the Truth Commission runs off virtually untouched, and they end up with a match that was not really a match. I don't care how you look at it. We're going to take time. I believe it. Okay, Stephen, we're going to take time. I'll be back in just a moment. These guys.
Hang 10 in the 132 horsepower, 16-valve, overhead cam, four-wheel independent suspension, cab forward, gnarly Dodge Neon Coupe. Dude. Say hello to Neon with $1,000 cash savings at your friendly Dodge dealer.
At the Happy Hawker, you'll find all kinds of merchandise at incredible savings. If you like to pay reasonable prices when you buy jewelry, diamonds, musical instruments, cameras, TVs, VCRs, tools, and guns. If you're the kind of person who really searches for just the right gift at just the right price, then you may make a great pawn shopper. Need cash? See us for the lowest rates on loans with the area's only drive-in loan department. Visit either Happy Hawker location, 975 East Parkway South, or our new Superstore at 299 North Cleveland.
I wish you'd take a look at this. Charlie Royal done bought themselves a couple truckloads of these good-looking beds. I don't know why they call them rice beds. They're made out of cherry wood, you know, but they come with 4 posts. And every one of them smarter than my cousin Lester. And they're only two. You wouldn't lie to me, would you? Get me in trouble? $2.99. And these beds is easy to clean under. Bed this nice will make your in-laws want to come to visit. Go to Charlie Royal and get one, but then don't tell them you got it. Oh, yeah.
Well, if I had money to tell you what to do, I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two, and crazy about a Ford truck.
The The big Ford F-150, America's best-selling full-size pickup, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Ford F-150 has the most powerful standard V6 in its class, the largest pickup box, the most headroom, and a standard Super Cab third door. Now lease an F-150 for only $189 a month. The best-built American trucks are only at your local Ford dealer.
Bestseller, a spectacular original motion picture, coming this May.
I don't understand what's happening.
They came from another galaxy.
It's the old making way for the new. Evolution.
But they strike from within.
They're here!
Do it! A television motion picture like you've never seen before.
It has begun.
Robin Cook's Invasion, NBC May 4th.
Car shopping on the Pike got you feeling a little rush? Come to Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury, where you set the pace. Shop 50 new Mercury Marquis and buy a new 97 GS for $19,727. $19,727. Buy fully equipped new 97 Lincoln Town Cars for under $31,000. Or get $7,000 off any 97 Lincoln Mark 8. Be a pace setter at Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury. Number 1 in Memphis because we make Lincoln Mercury affordable.
Halle Berry and Sybil Shepherd. A revealing hour. Next Oprah.
No, we're not through by a long shot. No, sir. We got a tag team action at least coming up a little bit later on with Billy Travis and Flash Flannigan in here. Right now, I want to call out a guy that I've had the pleasure of being around and watching him work for quite a long time, as a matter of fact. I'm talking about Superstar Bill Dundee being escorted out by Tracy. This is the guy we were looking for.
Mr. Lancer, before we get into this, Mr. Mantell, a couple of weeks ago you was here. You was
Yes,
the kind
I was.
of putting the king and the superstar down with this young
I wasn't
lady.
doing that, Bill. I would never do that.
So tonight we have asked her, and she's going to go to Selma with the superstar and the king. Okay?
Okay, Billy, what I wanted to say was that
All them men out there would like to be standing right here, Mr. Russell.
you better believe that.
But they can't be. This is a superstar and Mr. Russell's job. Wouldn't you like to have this? It's a horrible job, but somebody has to do it.
One of the things I wanted to say, Billy, was over the years, it has been a real pleasure to watch you in that ring. I haven't always been on the same agreement with you, but I have watched you whip them, big, small, hard. I remember so well when you first came here from Australia, you and George Barnes standing out there trading licks with each other just to warm up like I absolutely couldn't believe and never seen happen before.
Well, that was just how we trained back there, Lance. We didn't have an awful lot of experience, so we just bluffed our way through, and we thought if we beat one another up, everybody will think how tough we was. And George was tough, believe me.
You both were tough. I've watched you. What is this modesty from Superstar Bill Dundee? I've watched this guy beat him up. I mean, champions from all over in every region, everywhere. Been several places with him out there and watched him with some great ones.
You know,
I tell you,
Lester,
it was, yeah.
In the long time I've been here, there's only one thing I ever regretted doing in this very studio, and that was slapping you. I don't know why I did that. You remember that?
I wondered at the time why you did it.
I apologized to you. Well, I'm apologizing to you now. I'm really sorry about that. Buddy Landale told me to do it.
Okay, oh, did he?
Yeah, it was Buddy. He said slap him, Bill, and I slapped him. But that was a long time ago, so...
I've forgotten all about it, Bill, but I want to tell you what we did. We put together a clip, and I think the fans are going to enjoy it too. We put together a series of scenes from various matches with Bill Dundee. I mean, a true, genuine legend. Wait a minute. Not now. We've got... Hey,
Stacy, move back.
We've got Bill Dundee out here, and don't come out here flexing the muscles. Bill Dundee is the subject of this. I've got a tape that I want to show and highlights of his matches. Baracus, Commandant, if you got any influence on this.
I am merely an interpreter as an officer and master of various languages to interpret for Baracus so that he may get his point across clearly. That is my only involvement.
Baracus from Germany. Well, I wish one thing you'd tell him is this is not the time for him to be out here. He is What?
He is in a match with Bill Dundee very, very, very soon.
I know,
and he would like to get his point across. Don't speak to me, speak to him.
Ich habe etwas zu sagen hier. Bill Dundee war vielleicht ein guter Wrestler 20 Jahre zuvor. Aber jetzt ist Baracus Time. Und Baracus wird die neue Zukunft für die USWA sein.
Baracus would like to say that Mr. Bill Dundee might have been a reckoning force in the USWA 20 years ago, but that now is Baracus' time, and Baracus intends to prove that he is the dominating force, next to the Truth Commission, of course, in USWA wrestling today.
Yeah, well, what he's saying is...
Bill Dundee ist ein alter Mann und er sollte besser zu Hause sitzen und Fernsehen und Wrestling sehen, als hier hinzukommen.
Mr. Baracus says that, in fact, Bill Dundee is an oldish man today and he should rather stick to watching wrestling on television at home. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear that?
Do you want to have a look at that? Yeah.
He's big, all right.
Mr. Commandant, you asked him when he was picking up them weights if they were fighting back. Now, I know you're big and bad, but you know what they all do, Baracus? When they come into the USWA, they look for Bill Dundee because they think he's the smallest guy around here, and you want to be big and bad, beating up the little guy. Well, all my life that happened to me. When I went to school, the big bully used to want to beat me up, but it never happened. And you're right, brother. You look very impressive. You know how you get to be a legend and a superstar? You survive a long time, and I've survived a long time. Well, I'm not selling you short. You look like a real good athlete, but we'll just see how good you can wrestle. Mr. Russell, I'm leaving. Talk to you.
We'll have to do it another time. We're not talking to him. As a matter of fact, that's all on this end of it. Yeah, they got one coming up. I want to see what he says after that match. We'll be back in just a moment.
Graceland Dodge breaks the price barrier on custom vans and caravans. And hey, we're not going to get you in here with some stripped-down, low-ball, one-of-a-kind van. At Graceland Dodge, we're going to sell you a well-equipped caravan with air, automatic, and 7-passenger seating, all at only $245 a month. And there's not just one. You can buy as many as you want at that price. If you live in Tipton, Fayette, or Marshall counties, it's worth a short drive. Here in Metro Memphis, we're just a few minutes from everywhere. Come see Larry Warhurst at Graceland Dodge, your regional 5-star Dodge dealer.
I wish you'd take a look at this. Charlie Royal done bought themselves a couple truckloads of these good-looking beds. I don't know why they call them rice beds. They're made out of cherry wood, you know, but they come with 4 posts. And every one of them smarter than my cousin Lester. And they're only two. You wouldn't lie to me, would you? Get me in trouble? $2.99. And these beds is easy to clean under. Bed this nice will make your in-laws want to come to visit. Go to Jolly Royal and get one, but then don't tell them you got it. Oh, yeah.
The meaning of a word can change depending on how you see it. That's why Bell South spans the globe. With cellular service on 5 continents, long-distance networks in Australia, wireless systems in Europe, Latin America, and beyond. The world's most advanced technology launching your words to places all over the world. Because a word can have many meanings, but it means nothing until it's shared. Bell South.
Oh boy! You see what happens when you take a car known for being practical and fun, and then you give it an unheard of lease price? Oh, well, maybe you can't. So let's back up a little. Thank you. Move along. Lady with the fiddle, excuse me. There, the Honda Civic DX Coupe. Lease one for $159 a month for 24 months, and an $1,150 down payment. Better hurry, because it's gonna win a lot of followers. Know what I mean?
Back on the USWA, ready to go with more action. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing already in the ring, hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 228 pounds, David Hoskins. His opponent, soon to be making his way to the ring area, weighing 292 pounds, Germany's own Baracus. One fall, 10 minutes in time, down to Lance Russell.
Okay, Tony, be interested in seeing this match. David Hoskins, who has been around enough to believe me, he's no pushover for anybody. The referee says ring the bell, and there we go. David Hoskins, just a good, fine athlete. He was a college football player at the University of Memphis, and he is in there with one mountain of muscle.
Well, that Baracus is a big guy, and when he was out here speaking some German, you know, I speak a little German myself, and some of those words he was using weren't very complimentary, and I'm going to have to inform Bill Dundee of exactly what he said. You know, Commandant speaks 12 languages. I don't speak that many. I speak 2 broken, but I understand enough to know that what he was saying wasn't very nice. When you talk about David Hoskins playing college ball, he's going to need just a little bit more than that college football background to stay with Baracus. Baracus is big, he's huge, he trains, he's got to train 3 or 4 hours every day to maintain a body like that. He is just an awesome specimen. I have to give the guy credit.
Guy from the front is amazing when you look at his pectorials and all of the other muscular development. But you know, it gets me done. Whoa, good move as Haskins used leverage to take him over and hammer him down on the back. But David is, he's trying to match him in a strength game, and that does not seem like a very good idea, Dutch.
Well, sometimes the strength won't win it for you. Sometimes David Haskins, he knows enough to get under the leverage of Baracus. He has to get under the leverage. I don't care if the guy weighs 400 pounds. If you get under that leverage point, you can take him down. Uh-oh.
Right at the throat.
He's googling.
Break it up, Bruno. Dutch 90. Clearly had him by the throat. Presses him in the air and dumps Haskins over and down.
Powerful man. Very powerful.
Look at the size of that guy.
One thing you say about Baracus, he's got a lot of intensity. He's got a lot of intensity. He seems to have a lot of desire, a lot of drive, and he seems to have a lot of commitment. Now, that's what he seems like. But I don't know if the going really gets rough, if it really gets tough, how much of that desire and drive will stay with him.
We haven't really had a chance to find out.
The power is always going to be with him. But you can take a lot of desire and a lot of drive out of a guy if you really know exactly what you're doing.
Ooh, he took him right up on the hip and slammed him down 1, 2, 3, and got a very impressive win over David Haskins as Baracus mashed him down into the mat with that side saddle.
Look at those arms and shoulders.
Yeah, I don't think this is a guy.
Well, don't call him over here.
In the first place, I wouldn't know how to call him. In the second place, he hasn't got anything to say I want to hear.
He's over here challenging the crowd now. I don't know if they do that in Munich or Berlin, but, you know, sort of a no-no here.
Come out with that stuff of I'll take on the first 4 rows, and he looks like he's the kind of guy that could do it, too. David Haskins slowly coming out of the ring after Baracus. He got him on that side saddle slam and hammered him down. Here's one guy that's big enough that might be able to jump right in there with him. I'm talking about Big Mabel. Mabel, who is around, and I'm hearing a lot of stories running around. You're like that fast gun. You're that hired killer now. A lot of bad stories going on about what your intentions are these days, all for money.
Lance, before I get started, what I want to do is ask all these stupid fans to shut up and listen up.
Why don't you come back? You and me do a little talking, and you don't worry about the fans out there. They're our guest here today, and we don't need you out there trying to teach them manners. I would certainly say that. And now what about it? What is this all I've been hearing about me?
You know, everywhere I go, everywhere, I got some of these stupid fans coming up to me and asking, Mabel, why'd you turn your back on the fans? We really like you. Well, let me clue you stupid fans around TV land about something. Professional wrestling is my job. You don't go down there to the Mill or to Burger King or McDonald's and work for free, do you? So you shouldn't expect me to do that. I work for the highest bidder. And that's right, Lance. I'm being paid very well by an unknown source to eliminate wrestlers. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Wait a minute. Just come out with it and tell us right here, who is it's putting up the money that's paying you?
Well, first of all, you don't need to know who's paying me. All what you need to know is that I'm paid in full, homeboy. And as far as how much I'm getting paid, I'll tell you how much I'm getting paid. None of your business is how much I'm getting paid. Like I said, I'm being paid very well to eliminate wrestlers in the USWA, and everybody in the back is shaking in their boots. The person that I'm gonna start out with, the person that I'm gonna eliminate first is going to be none other than Dirty Dutch Mantell. What? That's right, Dirty Dutch Mantell. Straddle up, old man, because you're going on a ride you're going to never forget.
Well, I don't know what in the world is your problem in there, but this stuff of coming out here and talking about you're being paid to eliminate wrestlers, and the first one you're going to eliminate is Dirty Dutch Mantell. Well, you just might ought to think a big time before. What is this, Dutch? What'd you do to him?
How did my name come up in it? Why's he going to eliminate
me? He said
me?
you're the first guy. Some guy's paying him to eliminate wrestlers in the USWA. Your name is first on the list.
Well, we'll see about that. You know, two can play that game.
Yeah, that's right. He's got something on his mind, and it doesn't sound good. Take time out.
I didn't like his attitude.
No. We'll be back in just one moment.
I didn't like his attitude.
If you've been waiting for a great deal on cable TV, call Time Warner now. Why? Because for a limited time, you can get the fantastic deal on your screen. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. 24-hour entertainment, blockbuster movies, cable exclusives. What else could you possibly ask for?
And you'll get vintage news clips, classic commercials, and television favorites on Nick at Night's TV Land, Time Warner's new 24-hour channel.
You don't have to wait any longer to take advantage of the offer on your screen, but you must call Time Warner now.
You know, I've been in Memphis a long time. Bill Blake Insurance has too. If you have never checked out the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance, then you're missing a Memphis tradition. Respect, service, and good value is part of doing business at Bill Blake Insurance.
Buying car insurance can be confusing, but not at Bill Blake Insurance. They can answer all your questions, and you only make one payment per month.
I sing the blues all over the world, but I always come home and I always see the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance. At Bill Blake Insurance, he's from Memphis.
Now you can buy a nice car too. Credit problems? No problem. Come to Schaefer Motors at 3360 Elvis Presley Boulevard. If you have slow, weak, bad credit, no credit, bankrupt, we can help. We have late model cars at prices you can't afford. 0 down with the trade-in. If you've ever been denied credit at any other area dealers, we can help. Down payments as low as $7.99 and approval in 1 hour. Come by 3360 Elvis Presley between Winchester and Brooks Road for a fine pre-owned car.
Meet the new and improved Dennis Rodman.
I'm the man, baby.
He's kinder. He's gentler.
Oops, airball.
He just has one simple rule.
No refs.
Van Damme, Rodman, Double Team, Rated R. Opens everywhere Friday.
This Easter, serve your friends and family holiday ham and turkey. Their spiral-cut hams with delicious glaze, premium turkey breast, and irresistible casseroles make any meal a celebration. Call now to place your order. Holiday ham and turkey, so easy and so good.
Dutch, I believe that's the very first time, Stacy, that I have ever heard Dutch Mantell speechless.
I wasn't speechless. I was just shocked that all of a sudden my name just popped out of the hat.
I was.
That he's going to eliminate me. I don't like somebody
Mabel
trying to eliminate
stands
me.
out here and says first on the list to get rid of is Dutch Mantell.
I've heard people say that before.
Well,
I don't put a lot of stock in. He's a big guy and he's going to be tough, and I don't think he's going to eliminate me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm like Bill Dundee. A lot of people want to run that mouth, bump those gums, and carry on and say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But when, like you use a phrase you use, when push comes to shove, they don't do nothing. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get around. I'll run him. I'm going to run. His tongue's going to hang out when I get him in the ring. His tongue's going to hang out. I'm going to blow him up, and he's going to be breathing hard. He may even have a heart attack. Have the paramedics ready. Mabel, I got you on my list too, but I got you in my 30-06 sites. You know,
one thing we don't
I'm
have
not
to do.
speechless.
We don't. I can
Don't
tell
ever say
that.
I'm speechless again. I got a lot to say.
One thing we don't have to do is wait too long, because this very afternoon, right out there at the big one, I-240, hop right off on that exit 5 and jump right down into the big one. Plenty of parking out there. I know it's a gorgeous day and you got other things. Let me tell you, this particular Saturday is going to happen one time, and this is an awfully good idea to be right out there with us at the big one this afternoon at 1:30, when the opening match is going to be Dirty Dutch Mantell, and he's going to be calling truth time with Big Mabel. That'll be the opening match.
We're going to have a little prayer meeting today, Mabel, and, I'm going to have you praying before this day's over.
Following that is going to put Tank in there with Stephen Dunn, and we saw what happened out there today with Stephen Dunn and Tank when they jumped him from behind as he was getting ready to get in the ring and wrestle. And further, this is called the Legends Against the Future of Wrestling. Superstar Bill Dundee, a true legend, will be in there against the muscle man from Germany, Baracus, and he is going to have a chance to find out what all of the conversation over the years have been about Bill Dundee. That's the opening three matches, and that's going to be a dandy, the Legend Against the Future of Wrestling. Following that, a USWA Tag Championship match. When the title holders, the Truth Commission, that's Recon and the Interrogators, the two tallest, they're all big, the two tallest of the Truth Commission, with the Commandant at ringside, will be facing former holders of those U.S. tag belts, Flash Flannigan and Billy Travis. And after that, this will be a return match. That means a follow-up to what happened before, and there's not going to be a lot happening after this. A return stretcher match. Somebody's going to be carried out on a stretcher, Dutch, when Mike Samples, the movie star, meets Jolton, Bobby Bolton, and Commissioner Elliot Pollock, who has the authority to suspend, fine, and so forth, will be the second referee to keep this thing in some measure of control. Following that is going to be a mixed tag match when Jerry the King Lawler teams with Downtown Bruno. That's not the mixed part. The other side of the ring, King Reginald and Queenie will be teaming up to go against the King and Downtown Bruno. And then the final match of the afternoon. This one, a U.S. Heavyweight, WA Heavyweight Champion, when Elijah, the current holder of that belt, is going to be going against Brian Too Sexy Christopher. And let me tell you one thing.
Big day today.
Brian Christopher is the kind of guy who does not forget any of it, and he wants that belt back. Coming in right now, two of them, the King and Brian Christopher. As the King, as we told you, will...
That's too distracting. Cover up a little bit because we want the people to look at me in the face for a second.
Stop messing with his show here. Turn around here and talk about wrestling.
Oh, Lance now, right. I did want to come out and say a couple more things real quick. I don't know if anybody mentioned earlier that we're going to be in, or at least I am, and Bill Superstar Dundee mentioned, and I think now Stacy's going along too. We're going to be up in Selmer, Tennessee tonight.
Yes.
The last time I was there has been a few years back. It's a great wrestling town, Selmer. Some terrific wrestling fans up there. Looking forward to seeing everybody. And I think Baracus is my competition up there. So that's the only thing I'm not looking forward to about going to Selmer. Also, we're going to be in Jackson, Tennessee coming up this coming Wednesday night. Is it?
Northside?
Thursday night.
Northside
High School in Jackson, Tennessee.
What a great place to
And some of the WWF guys are going to be up there. And Brian, look, I know you expressed a little bit of concern about the fact that I've got on this Shotgun Saturday Night T-shirt with the WWF logo.
Right, we've had the WWF come in here and they've challenged the USWA, and then you're walking around here promoting the WWF wearing their T-shirt.
Well, it was free. That's the whole deal. Look, Vince McMahon every now and then gives me a T-shirt. Look, you give me one of those brand new Too Sexy Brian Christopher shirts, free, and I'll wear that, okay?
You wear it. Right. And then you got to promise to burn that one, right?
Well, wait a minute now. The only other reason I wore this is because, look how thin it makes me look. Lance, you've not said anything about how much weight I'm losing. Look, I'm wasting away to nothing here now.
Wasting away to nothing? You can't afford to do that.
If you turn around, you might find it.
Come on, I'm getting lean and mean and trimmed down, getting ready to be a lean, mean fighting machine because this afternoon, 1:30, right out here at the big one, I know it's a beautiful day outside, but it's a great day to grab up the kids, head out to the big one. It'll probably be, by the time we polish off Reggie and Queenie, it'll still be daylight when it's over. Go out, have a good time. So come on out there. It's going to be great. 1:30 this afternoon.
Wait a minute. Let me tell them one thing, too, and that is the ticket prices are going to be just $7 for ringside seats and only $4 for the general admission. All of the action we've talked about will be available. My kind of match. That is inexpensive, where we can all get in there and enjoy it.
Exactly. And you know what?
I can't even imagine how somebody like Queenie and Reggie or how Reggie could bring somebody like Queenie out here and show her face when you got somebody like this sitting right there. Queenie, does that not make you look like an idiot when she comes out here and talks about how good she looks and everything and how she's Reggie's queen? Well, let me tell you something, Reggie. You bring that dog over there, you know, I'll tell you what you can do, Reggie. After me and Bruno get finished with you and her, I think there might still be time they can go over to Southland Greyhound Park, and I'll bet some people will bet on Queenie over there, don't you? She can run in the 7th race
You're
tonight.
bad. Now, that's enough of that. Brian, you have got one coming that I know that you really are looking forward to. I said a moment ago, you don't ever forget it. You love that title, you feel like it's yours, and now somebody else is running around carrying it, meaning Elijah.
That's right. That's when all the joking has got to come to a stop when I step in the ring with Elijah. And you heard him out here himself. He even said, look, Brian, I got your belt. He knows that's my belt. And I'm going to tell you what, all the magic you can whip up today, Spellbinder, all that magic, when it's all said and done, I'm going to make that belt that's around your waist disappear.
Well, this is going to be one this afternoon. 1:30 is the time. It will be $7 ringside.
Everybody in Memphis, baby.
Sound like a good idea to me, Brian. Hey, we've got something new, Dutch, we want to talk about, and that is the wrestling school. USWA is holding some tryouts. They are conducting a nationwide tryout on April the 25th of this year. Now, if you are currently licensed or wrestling professionally, you are encouraged to apply. Call, get this number down, 1-800-846-3002 for more details. The address for the USWA Wrestling School is 540 South Mendenhall, Box 12, 200, Memphis, Tennessee, 38119, or call, as we said, 1-800-846-3002. Once again, those are tryouts, and we're looking forward for you taking advantage of it, an opportunity. Call that number, and you will get all of the details that you need for that action. Okay. All right, before we get underway, let's get up here and, let me get loose here, Dutch. Got tangled up. Get out here.
Lance, how are
Son
you?
of a gun, I go away for a couple of weeks, Flash and Billy, and come back and you don't have the belts anymore.
You know, that's right,
Really
Lance.
disappointed.
You know what? Let me tell you something, Truth Commission. I am sick and tired of you knocking the USA. Well, let me tell you something, guys. The people who were there last week, they know you didn't beat us fair and square. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I'll tell you one thing right now. Truth Commission, I promise you, and I don't make too many promises, I promise you this week, we are going to take those titles back and put them right where they belong, right around our waist, Lance. And that's a promise from me to them.
I'll tell you what bothers me about it, Flash, is these guys come in here, they're a tag team, and there's always 4 of them, and you never know who's going to be hitting you from behind.
Well, Lance, like Billy said, it doesn't really matter anymore. You know, I got beat, and I feel bad about that. But this week, I want to make a wrong a right, and we're going to take back those tag team titles. Commandant, I want to tell you one thing. Stick your face near the ring, and you're going to get it knocked off, I promise.
You got action coming up. Let's go to Tony Friedman in the ring.
Thank you,
Tony.
Lance Russell. We are ready to go with our final bout of the day on USWA Championship Wrestling. One fall under the expiration of our time. Introducing, already in the ring, here's the team of Billy Travis and Flash Flannigan. Their opponents making their way to the ring. Here is the team of T.D. Steele and Crazy Luke Graham Jr. One fall to the expiration of our time.
Well, I don't know if Crazy Luke Graham and T.D. Steele maybe picked the appropriate time to wrestle Flash Flannigan and Billy Travis, seeing as how they seem to be fired up today.
Yeah, they really do. And you make a good point there. The whole world is built around timing, Dutch, and I think you got a good point. Luke Graham Jr. and T.D. Steele are catching Flash Flannigan and Billy Travis when they're embarrassed, they're disappointed, and they're hot. that somebody took away the title belts that they had. That's Crazy Luke Graham Jr. in with Flash Flannigan. As T.D. Steele over in the corner, Billy Travis on the far side of the ring. The referee is Bill Rush.
Well, Flannigan right now trying to, he's fired up, he's ready to go, and he's going to have to see if he can really turn this on in this match right here. He's got Crazy Luke Graham in an arm bar, and he needs to, like I talk about this over and over and over again. When you get a man down, you're going to have to keep him down or keep the momentum on him.
Big elbows, doubled up with Flannigan and Travis. Popping on Crazy Luke Graham Jr. Scoop, slam, and Billy drops down with an elbow.
Well, that stunned Crazy Luke right there. I don't know how he got the name Crazy Luke. I guess his daddy is Crazy Luke Sr. I guess. Since he's junior, I guess his daddy is named Crazy Luke.
Yeah, that makes
why would you
a lot of
name your
sense.
son Crazy? You know, if your name is Crazy, why would you name your son Crazy? I don't know. I don't quite get that. Billy Travis right now rocking the world that Crazy Luke is living in. He needs to get over and he needs to make a tag to TD. He looks a little bit, not only does he look a little winded, he looks a little stunned.
You know, Dutch, I have mentioned this before.
Yeah, wait a minute, did you have a good time on vacation?
Oh, hey, I had a marvelous time.
Whoa!
Let's get back to a double backdrop. As Flannigan and Travis teamed together well, and T.D. Steele just caught a right hand from Billy Travis. 1, 2! And Steele jumped through the ropes at the 2 count.
Well, if Crazy Luke hadn't kicked out then, I think T.D. would have been just a little bit late.
A little late.
A little rake to the eyes by Crazy Luke. Now T.D.'s coming in. Met with a big right hand by Flash Flannigan.
What I was going to say a moment ago. Whoa, is that a snap suplex?
Well, I call it
he popped him over.
Well, I call it a whip suplex myself. You can call it a snap.
Hey, okay.
Let me tell you something, Lance. If you listen to me long enough, you'll learn more from me in an hour than you will in the whole, maybe a whole semester in the Tennessee public school system.
I understand. You bad.
You see, I'm trying to educate you on these guys' mindset, what they're thinking, you know, and I've tried to do that in recent weeks. But you know, you got to go on vacation and miss all my great educating you. TD coming off.
Dropped it with the elbow. TD did pull a smart move. Flash Flannigan had that arm bar on him. TD rolled right into the body, took all the pressure on it, and while he was there, raked him across the eyes, but he's now caught on the tag exchange as Billy Travis comes in, and Billy, with that side saddle slam, puts him down, hammers him into the mat, and in the air once again, Billy busts him down.
Well, I think Travis and Flannigan are now sort of finding their stride. See, they were an untested team, a team that I call a ragtag team, just thrown together. They won the tag belts, but before they could get in their stride, get all their timing down, and timing, you mentioned it before, so important to tag team wrestling. But now they seem to have found their stride, and maybe, you know, they might take those belts back. Truth Commission are pretty good at established team. But if these guys have had their timing, the Truth Commission, they're in trouble.
Tag goes over to Flannigan. Flannigan in, and this guy can move. Crazy Luke Graham was knocked off of his perch up there on the ring apron by Billy Travis. And that's just part of that stuff of being geared up, wound around, and ready to fight. As Billy takes the tag, drops down with an elbow on T.D. Steele's head.
Well, our camera right now on Crazy Luke Jr. still suffering from the shot he took off the ring apron, and these Travis and Flannigan now are really pouring the pressure on T.D. Steele.
Swinging that clothesline in there and drops with the elbow. Billy Travis tags out to Flash Flannigan as TD whipped into the rope, scissored down to the canvas, and an elbow from Flash Flannigan drives his head even harder into the canvas.
That was textbook tag team wrestling right there. One guy does a move and the other guy follows up with a move. It's 1, 2, bang, bang. You know, an opponent like TD Steele, he can't take very many of those.
We're down to the 2-minute mark in the time limit as Billy Travis and Flash Flannigan took over early on Luke Graham Jr. And have continued successfully against TD Steele. Travis using that middle rope to spring and drop. 1, 2, 3, that's it.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Now here comes the Truth Commission. They're trying to slow this team down.
Always for them.
They want my face. Well, yeah, my face is. But they must just remember that to get to my face, they have to go through my troops first.
Well, you just remember, this is
Here comes Stephen Dunn.
Don't forget.
Some reinforcements coming, some USA reinforcements blocking these South Africans now.
There's Baracus jumping in.
Now here comes
filling up.
Here comes another European star.
Bobby Bolton. Goes Bobby Bolton. Here comes Mabel.
Mabel's in the ring now.
Whoa. Mabel grabs Billy Travis. Look at that battle. I know. I'm trying to get him stopped. Can't always do it.
Here's Bobby Bolton. Here's Jerry Lawler. Here's Brian Christopher. It's so even up now. It's a brawl all over this ring here. The Commandant snatching at Bobby Bolton now.
And the Truth Commission, TD Steele lead. Truth Commission. Baracus. Mabel is left in there all by himself, and now he goes. And that's what we're going to have to do is go. What a battle that one ended up.
That was war there. That was war. A lot of bad feelings and a lot of people got involved in that one.
We're going to take time out. Be back in just one moment.
Well, if I had money, I'd tell you what to do. I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two. I'm crazy about a Ford truck.
And you'll be crazy about Ford Ranger, America's most popular compact pickup. Choose any Ranger and get $1,000 cash back or low 2.9% financing. That's $1,000 cash back or low 2 non-financing on the versatile Ford Ranger with the highest quality of any domestic compact pickup. Hurry in for $1,000 cash back or 2 non-financing on Ford Ranger, only at your local Ford dealer.
Why buy a Watson's pool this time of year? Because prices will never be lower, and Watson's will install your pool for only $99. So if you're thinking of buying a round, oval, or deck pool, come on in and see. 24-foot Camille, only $12.99 complete. Other pool packages as low as $10.99. 6 months, same as cash.
Watson's also has closeout specials on spas and hot tubs.
Guaranteed lowest prices on slate pool tables.
Hot specials on tanning beds, that's Watson's.
It's home cover-up time at Curlow Construction, and it's your chance to uncover big savings on the improvements your home needs. Right now, save up to $300 on Curlow's best 20-year asphalt fiberglass shingle roof. Save up to $800 on low-maintenance weather-beating siding. Call this number right now for a free, no-obligation home improvement estimate. And with 100% bank rate financing and no money down, Curlow has you covered. Take advantage of home cover-up specials from Curlow Construction, Memphis' #1 home improvement company.
How can a car win Strategic Vision's Total Quality Award, have more room than Chevy Lumina, more power than Toyota Camry, more standard features than Ford Taurus, and still have a price this reasonable? It's puzzling. Dodge Intrepid. This changes everything.
Just checking my watch here, son of a... Oh, wait. What do you mean? What do you mean nobody's looking at us?
Well, who said that?
Hey, 2 hours from right now, we're talking about the Big One X at the Expo. Big card coming up. Only $7 for the ringside tickets out there. $4 for general admission. Love it. And you are going to have one heck of a card this afternoon, Dutch. Some of the matches are...
First of all, Mabel's run his big fat mouth. He's going to eliminate me. I'm going to meet you today, Mabel, out there. And we're going to see who's going to eliminate who today. But let me say, a USWA tag team title match. The Truth Commission recon and interrogator with the Commandant, taking on Flash Flannigan and Billy Travis. Return stretcher match, Mike Samples versus Bobby Bolton. Commissioner Pollock is the second referee. A mixed tag match, Jerry the King Lawler, Downtown Bruno versus King Reginald and Queenie. And the USWA Heavyweight Championship, Elijah taking on Brian Christopher today at the Big One Expo.
Hey, get in your car and head on out there. You'll be there and go pick it up at the food court. We got to get out of here. For the lovely Stacy, for Dirty Dutch Mantell, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.